Hey, hey, Omar Chico Cycling Network, and I'm back. And today going to be a different angle because most times, we talk to cyclists who have been in biking for a long time, but you realize that sometimes we have to start from somewhere. And I think this person started from somewhere, and he's here to basically share his experience so far, at the same time learn. Again, it's also very important, to when you see people, cyclists on the road, be nice to them because you never know. This might be somebody who's new to cycling, want to get into cycling, but if be in a group and you're yelling at people and tell them you can't join the group,
Right.
it might not be the best thing to do because the person might be a new person cycling and looking for a new group. And I've experienced this recently where I thought this group was cool, and then they yell at me, "Hey, you can't join our group because it's a group ride, it's a team ride." I'm like, wow, that's the first time. But then it shows again that be nice to people on the road, no matter what group you're in, because you just never know. And here is someone I think who is pretty new to the game. We're gonna get into that stuff. And again, he's willing to learn. He wants to learn. He's eager to learn. He wants to get into cycling. And I think this today is why he's here, because he's one of those persons who I think we're gonna learn from each other and see where I was in the beginning through his eyes, your eyes, and see how we can help him to transition into becoming a better cyclist. And I think, I mean, he's a dope personality. You guys will see that already. That's why he's here, right? Again, guys, this is why Chicago is a beautiful place to be in. Okay, we got some amazing people here, and we got people who are new, old, age, experience, and yeah, it's going to be fantastic. So, guys, again, thanks for the support. There might be some dad jokes because I'm drinking I have my dad jokes mug with me today, so it's gonna be fun.
That.
We're gonna just keep it going and have a good time. So introduce yourself and yeah.
Yeah. My name is Izzy, and lived in Chicago for 9 years now. And I started cycling 2 months ago, which is, I mean, just I'm still a baby and trying to learn as much as I can. I work in investment banking, more like on the risk side, collateral management, that kind of thing. Um, and I kind of just fell into cycling, and here I am now. So good to meet everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yo, you're so very welcome. And again, guys, here they said 2 months. So he's like FOB, fresh off the boat, fresh on the bike, fresh on the bike. So he has a lot to learn. And just like you and I, we made several mistakes in the beginning, which we're gonna talk about some of those things and educate him. But before we even get into that stuff, all right, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
When you flying, you go on a plane, right?
Yeah.
So when you go on a plane, are you a window seat, middle, or aisle seat? Which one do you prefer?
I'm more on the aisle because I don't want to bother anybody when I have to go pee. so I sometimes it just hits me, and I just don't want to have to bother people, so I just take the aisle. Yeah.
So, hey, well, there's something about him. Okay, I love the window seat because when I go on the plane, I'm like, even if I want to pee, I'm like, I'm not getting up until the flight is over. For the same reason, I don't want to bother people, and plus sometimes I like to look through the window and see how flat the earth is. I'm kidding. The earth is not flat.
Right.
But it looks flat. It gives the illusion that it's flat.
I can't believe they thought it was flat for a long time, because when you go up on a mountain, you see the curve.
Correct. But
you can see it.
You've heard about the Brandolini law. Never mind. It's okay. It's a lot of people know about this stuff, but it's about that basically you can spend more energy trying to disprove a lie than to tell a lie. So a lie is easy. I can say something and people believe it, but to disprove it, it takes so much energy.
Right. Yeah.
Brandolini's law, blah blah. All right. That's enough of that nerdy stuff.
It's too scientific for me. I know you're a scientist.
Yeah, too much. So 2 months of biking. Have you found a biking group to call your home as yet?
Yeah, I've been trying out group rides. The very first one is, I would consider my group. I would say Evolution was my very first group ride, and I felt very welcomed there. I'm glad that they have different paces, because obviously I'm not fast. I don't have endurance yet. I don't have the power, but I felt very well accepted, and I felt welcomed. And after that ride, even though it was for me, 45 miles was a long way, Um, for me, it was difficult, but I'm glad, and they pushed me, and when I joined my very first group ride, I thought, wow, I did, this is pushing me. This is going to push me because I don't want to get left behind. I don't want to have to slow down the group, even though it's, a no drop. Um, I would never push myself individually like that. So I think Evolution has become my group so far, and they recently accepted me onto their team, which I'm very, very grateful for. Um, and I have learned so much from all of the guys, including yourself. When I first met you, you gave me some good advice, which I took, and I followed through on. And so I think Evolution, yeah, it's a good group.
All right, awesome. Follow him. Keep it going. And a rite of passages, you have to get yelled by Tim to get,
oh my gosh,
to get initiated.
Yeah, but I told him, I said, when it at work, I can be a little impatient myself. When I'm working with juniors, or when I'm trying to teach something to someone, and they don't quite grasp it, I can be a little mean sometimes. And so when Tim yells at me, I take it as an opportunity to learn. He's nothing's gonna happen. I just you just gotta just take it. I have to learn. And that's the only way I'm going to learn. And I would rather him tell me than to not. So I think everybody in Evolution is really good about that. Giving advice. People ask me, do you want some advice? And my answer is always yes, yes, yes. Tell me, because I need to hear it.
Yeah, yeah. And again, I'll tell you this. Tim would joke about it, but when he's yelling, it's not in a bad way.
No.
It's just because you're in a group, right? You can't hear, so he's just shouting on top of his voice. Hey, can do this, do that. But at the end of the day, it's all about protecting everybody in the pace line.
Right.
Which you learned about a couple weeks ago, exactly what a pace line is. Because in the beginning it was like a little bit chaotic, and you're like, okay,
right.
Am I supposed to be pulling? Am I
Right.
Where am I supposed to be right now? So you have actually learned some things about pace line.
Yeah, some of the vocabulary, I've learned some of that. And I think it's just, the very beginning, there's so much more that I have to pick up. But
you're in the beginning, and there's a lot more to learn. But we're gonna get into some of these little things, because I quiz you on some things. You're like, I don't know, but we're gonna get into those. So you said 2 months. So why did you start biking? Like, what was the motivation behind that?
So my therapist threatened to fire me if I didn't pick up a hobby. And so she said, well, what is something that you've always wanted to do? And I was thinking about it, and I said, I don't know. As a child, there were two things that really interested me. It was inline skating, rollerblading, and cycling. I don't know. Those two things really kind of, I've always been interested in it. And she said, well, why don't you go into a store and see what happens? And so I did. I walked into Trek after one of my good friends got married. The next day I walked into Trek, and I started looking at all the bikes, and I thought they were cool. And then I started walking towards the more expensive side of the store. And I was like, wow, these bikes are so badass. And I started carrying it, and I touched them. And then when Adam, the guy, one of the managers there, came up to me and started talking to me about it. And so he put me on a trainer with the bike, and I said, wow, is this a fast one? And he said, yeah, this is one of our fastest ones. It's expensive though. So, but when I got on it, that was it. Like at the moment I got on that bike that was it for me. I knew that I had discovered something important in my life. And now my therapist is extremely happy about. That's
so you might fire your therapist now,
right? Yeah. No, but it was. I was looking for something in my life to provide an extra level of consistency, of structure, and I think cycling really, really is it. You have to get up in the morning. You have to go to bed early. You have to eat right. You have to do all this and this before you even get on that bike to go on a group ride. and then you have to be prepared what happens after that. So it just creates a lot of structure in my life, and it kind of keeps me centered and grounded throughout my week. And I plan everything, all of my week. I plan it around my group rides, which I do about
Wow.
3 or 4 a week. And so yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
So if you guys have made it this far, okay, for anybody that's been looking for something, listen to what Izzy is saying, and this might be your calling, right? 2 months, and he's here. And again, there's a long way to go. So what bike did you end up getting?
So I got the Trek Madone Generation 8, which is 2025. And they were about to roll in their New Year's, and so they had, it was on discount a little bit.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that's what I have, and now I'm kind of interested in getting another bike. I don't know why, but now that I see all your bikes around here, I'm thinking maybe I need more bikes.
So the feeling that you're getting is the feeling that every cyclist gets. Okay,
Yes.
There's a rule called N+1,
Okay.
and you say if you're gonna get another bike, and another bike gonna become another bike because you want that one and this one and that one, and that's how the bugs work. But don't 3, I think, is enough. But again, it's because you need a road bike, a gravel bike, maybe a mountain bike, maybe a city bike, an aero bike, an endurance bike,
Right.
and all these bikes all are different a little bit.
Mhm.
But over time, you get to learn about these different things, and you get it. So I remember, because I know your bike that you got is not inexpensive, right? So I remember when I was in Miami, and a friend of mine, Issa Shabani, told me that, if you're gonna get into biking initially, what you should do is get a bike on the not so expensive side.
Right.
And the reason being, maybe one day you're excited now about biking. Oh, biking is the coolest thing. It's amazing. And you're like, you know what? After a year or 6 months, you're like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
And then when you resell the bike, you'll never get back your money. So one advice, I hope you can stick around biking for a very, very long time. But you start from the high end and you might go higher. But sometimes when you start biking in the beginning, start from a lower bike and then work your way up and learn things and learn. But either way, I hope we're at Evolution. We're going to make sure you're biking the next year, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to fast forward in about 2 or 3 years. And he's talking about, his 45 mile was a long ride and it was hard. Just wait in about 2 years, 45 miles going to be a warm up for you. And you're probably going to become one of the fastest guys because, as you said before, it's about consistency and structure. And that will make a big difference.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm in this for the long run. I think, what would kind of be the catalyst for my departure in this sport, I would say, if I were to get into an accident, like in the coming weeks, if I were to get into something, that might kind of scare me off a little bit, because I'm just so new and I haven't experienced an accident. But I think that's really it.
And unfortunately, accidents happen, and sometimes it's a rite of passage.
Right.
Because I've had like maybe 2 accidents already. One was with Evolution when they were actually called Johnny Sprocket.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so initially it was Johnny Sprocket, and then they changed name to Evolution. I've been with those guys since then. Yeah. And my accident was I was coming down on the Carmack Sprint, which you learn about eventually, on Frontage Road, and I was coming down and I was riding some turbo cotton wheels, which is a little bit different from what we used to, where basically the rubber is kind of like vulcanized onto the inner part, is like a cotton.
Right.
And I went in the sprint and put power on the bike, and I peeled the rubber off the cotton, went down.
Okay. Wow. How
I took out about, my friend of mine, Dave Lipinski, was supposed to go on vacation that week or whatever, and he broke his collarbone. I came out pretty good. Like I didn't have too much stuff happen to me. But unfortunately,
did you have to go to the hospital or anything?
No, I just had a little road rash, and that's it. Because I took and roll, and and I fell, and I was good. Don't get in accidents, but it's a rite of passage.
Yes,
almost every cyclist that gonna have an accident.
I'm trying to steer away from.
Don't let it deter you.
Yeah,
but the key is, and maybe other guys will tell you, is know the guys you're riding with, and protect your front wheel. Your front wheel is the most important wheel on your bike to prevent accidents.
Yep.
You can get hit on your back wheel and you probably stay up.
Yeah, and that happened to me.
Front wheel.
That happened to me a month ago on a group ride. One of the girls, she hit my back tire, and I was fine. Like I was able to maintain correct position and everything, and nothing kind of made me sway or move or anything. But she flew off.
Yeah,
she definitely flew off. So now I know it's always the person that's causing it that kind of
gonna fall.
It's gonna fall.
So by all costs, protect your front wheel.
Yes.
When you're in a biking group, don't cross wheels, please.
But that's the thing is
people like to cross wheels. Don't do that. You need to be behind here,
right?
And always know the people you're riding with. Like there's guys I ride with that I trust so much. I can close my eyes and ride behind these guys.
Yeah.
And I know they will not do anything like we're going at like 30 miles an hour and they just drop to like 25 miles an hour. All of a sudden, those guys don't do stuff like that. Right? Know those guys in your group ride, guys you can trust. Because when you go for some people for the first time, they will just do some stuff you're like, you can't. They're like all over the road, like this one. And they'll go from like 30, 28 miles an hour and just go to like this, I can't hold the pace. And they just like ease up off the pedal.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
See, and that's the thing is that I have to. So the thing is that, to get the draft, you have to stay really close to each other, right? And I have this fear currently that I have this fear that I'm going to hit someone's tire. So I try to stay back a little bit just because I don't trust people yet. But like you said, if you find group rides that people focus on technique instead of just
which Evolution does,
right? Yes, which is why I like Evolution too. There's people follow technique, and trying to keep everybody safe. So I think that's what I really
and
like
over time, because I didn't notice that when you're bike, you were like a little bit, which makes sense now.
Yes.
But over time, you're gonna find yourself gravitating, and all of a sudden, because I tell you, sometimes I'm in some bike rides, and I'm not even joking. This is the person's back tire, and mine is right here. Because I trust these guys,
right? Yeah,
and it's important.
It's important
to, but it comes with time, and just knowing that trusting them and also trusting your biking skill,
right?
Because you have to be so alert. Because in a millisecond, things can change so fast.
I know, and I gotta stop watching these crash videos because because
those are different.
I'm flooded with that on my social media now, and I just gotta stop.
Those are different scenarios, right? People, they're crit racing, they're and all those different things. It's you're not crit racing.
No,
not saying it can't happen, but the key is just kind of focus on this. Your wheel, the people in front of you. Pay attention. I mean, when I'm biking, one thing, I don't do music. I don't do music. No music for me when I'm biking. I see people in the group rides with music. I'm like, I don't know how you guys do it.
Right.
I need to be taking in everything around me. What's going on? All my senses are like, my spider senses are actually fully engaged. Right? Another thing that you're going to learn too in group rides is that when you're riding, when you go from a stop and go, there are people who just stay at the front and they stop, they just take off and never look behind them to see where everybody is. All of a sudden, they look behind and they're like
way up there. Yep. And
so you probably see it already.
Too. And Tim is really good about calling that out in the Evolution rides too, which was nice.
So whenever depending on who I'm biking with, all right, if it's like a fast ride and is every man for himself, if I'm taking off, good luck. Right? When a group ride, I'm always alert. And if I see at least one or two people behind me, I know I'm good.
Right.
And if I see one person behind me and I don't know if everybody else is on my wheel, what I will do is I will shift a little bit to the left and then peek back.
Okay.
Because it's a group ride, it's a group race.
Yeah.
And then if everybody's on, then, or communication, and people will yell, all aboard.
Right.
Or everybody's on.
Yeah.
Because something you can't see. So there's all these little group dynamics you're going to learn.
Sure.
You're going to see. But when you take off, take a little peek behind you. And it's going to make a difference. So I remember, so you did learn some stuff about like hand signaling. What did you remember what you learned about those?
yeah, so I learned that when you're at the front and you're pulling, that's another word that I learned recently. That when you're pulling, and you can pull off to the left or right, so then you can use your elbows. I learned that. This means go, and you call out the road for objects. If you want to let somebody go in front of you, you can also do like a hand movement like that. But yeah,
Or you can tell them
yeah,
stopping.
right, yeah.
So again, it's this, and every group
Has their own
have their own
specific,
specific
yeah,
things,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So even how people rotate off the front is
Yeah.
different. When I was in Miami, I noticed that in Miami, the group rides, people always roll off to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they roll off to the right is because they don't want the cyclists rolling off to be in traffic.
Sure.
So they always roll off, and then the group go around them on this side. When I came to Chicago and I saw these guys, for the reason we're riding in Miami as much, but in Chicago, the rider rolls off to the left. So the rider is in traffic.
Right, right. Yeah.
And I was like, that kind of makes no sense. But again, different group rides have different things. And I'm like, you should have the rider in the middle. It's right off toward the curb because he's protected.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Different things. And people, if two people at the front riding, people have different ways to roll off where one rider go to the front, then they all fall back. And then, so there's all these different little things that you're going to have to learn.
Right. But a lot of people don't. I learned that they don't know the elbow sign. So I think I'm just going to just do my hand. I think that's more universal, I think.
Yeah. So you can, I mean, I do both, but it depends on also my speed and safety.
Mm-hmm.
So think about this when you're gonna signal, is that if it's safe, you probably can take your hands off the handlebar and then wave.
Right.
But if it's going at top speed and there's whatever, you have to basically just use your elbow because you don't want to lose your control over the bike.
Right. That's true. That is true.
So I pick which one I use depending on the situation. But once a bike handling skill get good enough,
right,
it doesn't matter. You can probably take a bow tie off the bike and flap and
one thing I'm also practicing right now is driving my bike with my left hand, because like when I have to call out the road in a group, if there's a pothole on my right side, I have to signal with my right hand, right? So me riding my bike with my left hand, I'm still a little wobbly because I'm right-handed. So I'm able to control it better on my right. But when I'm driving strictly with my left hand, I feel like I have to be very careful, because if there's a little bump ahead of me and I'm only on my left hand,
big problem.
Then I could easily lose control and just wipe out.
And it's a good thing that you're actually recognizing these little things now, because it means that you're building up your skill set, right. You're building up your biting dynamics, and understanding yourself.
Right. So
that's fantastic.
So in the group, so when I have to call something out on my right side, currently I'm still holding on, and then I signal like there's a hole. I go like that, because I'm still not comfortable riding just my
And sometimes going across your body is going to be very tricky.
Yeah.
Because when you go across your body, the bike will twitch. The bike will you're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
But at least you're figuring these things out.
And Chicago roads, they
can be gnarly. Can be gnarly.
And I've seen it all. And now these roads have these little sinkholes. Have you seen them? Yeah, they're all over the city. These little sinkholes, and the city doesn't do anything about it.
But the roads are getting better.
Mm-hmm.
And Chicago is a lot of road problems, but I bike mainly up north, and the roads have gotten so much better, like on St. John's, and Sheridan, Green Bay, St. Mary. The roads are getting, but the only city is tricky.
Right,
the city,
that's true.
Also the construction pipelines, they're fixing lead pipes, replacing this is a little bit tricky, but bike up north, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
So we're gonna switch gear a little bit now.
Yeah.
So you say you're living in Chicago for 9 years.
8 or 9 years.
Yeah. Where do you come from?
I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm from Houston. I grew up there. I was born in Mexico. But my family came over when I was a year and a half, and across the Rio Grande River. Put us on a tire. They floated us, and we walked from the southern tip of Texas all the way to Houston, and we settled in Houston. I'm very grateful for my parents for doing that, because my village was where I grew up, where I was born at, was starting to become overrun by drug lords and things like that nature. So my parents said, we need to get out of here because it's getting bad. So we left and settled in Houston. I've been there all of my life. I went to college at Texas A&M University.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Longhorn, right?
No, it's yeah.
So Texas is it Aggies or
Aggies,
Aggies,
that's this. It's the thumbs.
sorry.
But
I guarantee you guys, I just offended this guy by saying
yeah, no.
There's a big fight between.
I know. And actually, I at that point though, I didn't care where I went to school. I only went because A&M offered me a full ride, so I didn't have to pay anything.
That's awesome.
And my mom said, "Well, we don't have any money, so you are gonna go to A&M." And UT didn't offer me a full. I was very bitter about that, so that's why I kind of have this resentment towards them because they didn't want me bad enough after school, apparently.
So I had to learn this. Right? Because you said UT, but when you say UT, automatically I know you meant UT Austin.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Because there's UT Houston, there is UT
Galveston, San Antonio, Dallas.
But the rule is once you say UT in Texas, it is Austin.
Yep. Yeah.
There's UT Arlington, but everybody always call them UT whatever.
Right.
But when you say UT, it's Austin.
And A&M is the same thing. We have A&M Corpus Christi. We have one in Qatar, which kind of interesting. But yeah, I went there and I loved my time there. It was.
So you finish your degree and everything here
in College Station.
College Station,
Texas A&M. Graduated there. And
what was your degree in finance?
Marketing. But I work in finance now, which is interesting. But I'm of the belief that you don't, to be in finance, you don't have to have majored in accounting or finance.
100%.
There's a lot of people in my industry that are not business majors at all.
So, by the way, we have a Texas connection because I told you, when I came from Jamaica in 2000 to go to college, just like you, I got a full ride. I was in Jamaica hanging out on the beach, drinking coconut water. And I'm kidding. And I went to an interview for this college in Texas called Paulquin College.
Oh.
And after the interview, the president at the time, Dr. Lee Monroe, I did the interview on a Sunday. He called me on a Friday, and he's like, "I'm going to give you a full scholarship for 4 years. Just have to do X, Y, Z, blah, blah." Right. We're going to get all this money to go to the US. Anyway, so found the money, came to Dallas for college for 4 years. And then after college, I went to University of Texas. So Western Medical Center at Dallas.
Right.
Got my PhD there.
Oh, wow.
In neuroscience.
Wow.
And then I trained in neuroscience for quite some time. Then I trained into merging neuroscience with cancer research. And now I do cancer research.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and your wife is a doctor, right?
No, she works she's a lab tech.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to the hospital where I work and you have to get a blood draw or anything,
got it.
It goes to her department. So she makes sure everything is done in the right stuff and all the good things.
Yeah.
So we have a Texas connection. So he said it was from Houston. I'm like, "Oh, you're from Houston?" He's like, "Houston." I'm like, "Yeah, I've lived here long enough. I know I've been to Galveston, I've been to Austin, I've been to Corpus Christi, I've been to South Padre Islands, to the beaches."
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Texas is always going to be a special place, for me.
I've been to Lubbock because I have friends in the Army.
Yeah.
I've been all over the place.
Yeah. But, moving up here was one of the best decisions. It just feels so much better up here. The fact that I don't have to drive anywhere and the heat and the traffic down there and other things, I'm just so much better up here.
You have siblings?
Yeah. I'm the third of four. So.
And your uncles yet?
Yes. Yeah. It's funny because everybody, all my siblings, they all married a different ethnicity, which is interesting.
That's the good mix the genes.
Yeah. My nieces and nephews, they all look it's just like this rainbow. It's just all kinds of people. Our family pictures look whack because it's just, my sister married a black man. My brother married an Asian girl, and then my other brother married Latina. So you can imagine.
Oh my God!
It's just a blender.
You guys are probably the best Thanksgiving home because those mixed families are the best.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My wife, she's white, and my kids are day walkers. And then my two older boys, their moms are African black.
Oh, okay.
So, I have a very mixed pot, melting pot of kids.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We have a lot of family jokes, which I can't say here, but my kids be saying some crazy stuff. But it's all out of, family togetherness. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So they're still in Houston, or they're all over the place?
They're all in Houston. And, I go back every year, Thanksgiving, for like 3 weeks, and then 3 weeks in December. I use most of my vacation for those months to get away from this cold.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all down there. We all graduated from college too, making our parents really proud, because for them to make that sacrifice to leave their country for us, we made sure to make something out of it and not let it go in vain. And most people grow up with bedtime stories or books or things like that. My mom was constantly told us about the crossing and what she went through and things like that. So
I don't think this is what being American is all about. You come here, you make something of yourself, and now you're contributing to society. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So just like you, my father is no longer around. My mom is still here, and since I started, doing what I'm doing, my mom has never have to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, she just says, I need X, Y, Z. And then and my mom and dad, we have like the three of us. So she's on her payroll. Mm-hmm. So whatever mom wants, she sends us the bill and she gets it.
That's awesome. Yeah. We all do our part, to help. And
my mom should never, from a kid and see what she did. I'm like, you'd never have to work. You just, whatever you want, just let me know and we'll take care of it. And she's come here to meet her grandkids and hang out with her grandkids from Jamaica. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, and when she come here, the food she cooks, oh my God.
I don't know about much about Jamaican food, but I did. Jewel was selling this rotisserie chicken, Jamaican style.
No, don't do that.
And I actually like.
Okay, don't do that. All right. So one of these days, I'm gonna make some jerk chicken. I'm gonna invite you over. We'll hang out and have some jerk chicken. Yes. Other thing, there's some good Jamaican restaurants close to here.
Oh, okay.
There's like there's Claire's Kitchen, Jamaica Grill, and there's also Spice, which is just like literally, I would say, 2 miles. North. The first one's about 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
And then about 1.8 miles, and then 2 miles.
Okay. Do you find that in this area there's a lot of Jamaicans around here? Oh wow.
A lot of Jamaicans. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So anyway. Don't do that again, Jewel, or whatever you don't do it. I'm kidding. You can't.
I have a lot to learn.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. It's like you go to some Asian restaurant. I'm like, oh, I found this amazing.
Right. Like, are you like going to Taco Bell and loving loving Mexican food?
Exactly. Exactly. No. So do any siblings ride bicycle or
none? No. Nobody's active. I'm the only one that has always been active. I work out, here and there. I used to be a big runner. But I tore this tiny ligament in my toe on my right side of my foot. So I can no longer run too fast anymore. So I kind of avoid that now. High impact. Mm-hmm. Cycling is
low impact. Yeah.
Cycling,
swimming can't be that.
Yeah. Cycling has been just wonders for my body. My inflammation has gone down. I used to have joint pain everywhere and things like that, and a herniated disc.
Because you're compensating for the problem in your toe.
Yeah, and so cycling has really improved that altogether, and I think that's just.
So did you run any marathons, half marathons?
No, I didn't run that far. But I used to run 3 miles tops.
Okay, gotcha.
Averaging 6.5 minutes.
It was solid.
I was pretty good, in my 20s. Yeah. But I think I overdid it. That's why I tore this little tiny thing.
Yeah.
And
just me, I know about overdoing because I think he didn't realize I was running, but those are all my medals from back in my days in Miami. Because again, I couldn't afford a bike, so running was inexpensive, and I had friends, and I used to run a lot, man.
Yeah.
I used to run a lot. I used to run 2,000-3,000 miles a year.
Wow. Like I told you earlier, that's like the perfect transition to cycling because you already have those legs.
This fast twitch.
The fast twitch, long fibers. Yeah.
So I've said before on the show, like, in 2018, before I moved to Chicago, the Miami Marathon, I basically run the half marathon, finished, and then run the full marathon, the same race.
Oh, wow. That's nuts.
I used to do. And then, if you have heard before, I've also done like 7 marathons in 7 days.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
So I used to be like,
Yeah.
insanity. But
Yeah.
here I am. So 2 months of biking,
Mm-hmm.
just 2.
2
You
months.
have a Trek Madone,
Yep.
really nice bike. What are some of the adjustments you have learned so far you actually made on your bike?
Not much. I think the only thing was I think the fitting was a bit off. So I think you were the one that told me to first raise my seat. So I took it to the store and they raised it. They raised my seat, and they also pushed it back.
Gee.
And the moment I did that, that was just night and day. When I went cycling after that, it just felt so much better.
Fluid.
It was more fluid. I was more stable, not like leaning left and right at every stroke. I was more steady. So I think that really is. It's the right size. I know it's the right size bike for me, but that's really all it needed.
Yeah.
It's a brand new bike, so it doesn't really need too much right now. But that's we'll see how it goes for me in the coming weeks.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, I'm calling it right now. So is stair tube is very stacked.
Yeah.
So because of that, he's not riding as airy as it should be. So remember, in a couple of months,
Right.
he's gonna lower his stair tube and he'll be flying this way.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna see how the seat goes for me, and then maybe I'll take.
No, gradually. Don't go
all
all out because your body's getting used to the position and everything.
Yeah.
So, but again, I think this changing your seat for now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really good for you.
Yeah, because I was definitely. I was muscling it, before.
Yeah, we
I was
saw,
just so
we
crunched
saw
over.
you, and I was like,
I was muscling it, and
I was like,
no wonder I was giving out. So
your
so
legs
quickly.
were not supposed to be like this. They're supposed to be close to the bike and like this one.
Yeah, and I already had Tim evaluate me, and he said, "Yeah, it looks better. It just we're not 100%, but it looks better."
No, again, it all takes time.
Yeah.
So the other thing I mentioned to you earlier was, do you know what size tires you're running on your bike?
No. No, I'm not. No, I don't. And I don't even know how to change the tire. So
I think your bike is tubeless.
Yeah.
So at least that's good for now. Yeah. But even though you're running tubeless, you have to possibly learn how to change a inner tube.
Yeah.
Why? Because you have sealant in the bike.
Yeah.
Right. And if you get little small punctures, it will reseal.
Right.
But there are times when the sealant will not work, especially if you have like a pinch flat where the sidewall of your tire hits the ground and you damage the seal and it just can't reseal, so it's going to keep on leaking out.
Yeah.
And it just won't reseal.
Okay.
Most times, if it's on the surface of the tire, you get a little pinch, you get a little hole, it will reseal. Reseal is good. With the sidewall, those can be really tricky. So in those cases, you might need to replace an inner tube.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for future, even though you're running tubeless, try to always carry inner tube, CO2 or a pump, whatever you have. Just have those as a backup.
Right. Yeah.
Because I've been on group rides where the sealant failed, and when it failed, only option was to put in a tube.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And especially if you're running tubeless, sometimes the pressure that you can apply based on the pump or the CO2 is not enough to really the tire edge reseals back on the rim.
Right. Okay.
You need a compressor for that.
Right. Yeah. I took pictures of everything that you had here earlier. So I'm definitely gonna go out and
just for backup. And again, as I said before in one of my videos, it's like sometimes when you carry some of these things on you, sometimes it's not even for you.
Yeah.
It's for your friends.
Yeah.
Because I've seen friends, have a flat and they open up the toolkit, nothing in it.
Right.
I'm like, what? So you have to give them your stuff.
Is that frowned upon though in the group rides when somebody has a flat and they don't have anything? And
it's not frowned upon, but you're like, come on, you don't do that. you should have something.
Yeah. I'm kind of banking everything on it being a brand new bike. But yes, I will definitely.
That no mean
I need to be prepared.
diddly squat.
Yeah, I know.
Trust me, because
It's gonna happen eventually.
things will hit a pothole or something like that, and there's just things that can't reseal and whatever.
Yeah.
So again, I always have two inner tubes, two CO2. I have a pump which I don't really use because I still like to have that feeling with the bike. And most times I bike and I end up giving away a lot of my stuff a lot of times.
Sure.
Okay. But as I come home, I put them back.
Yeah.
I don't wait.
Right. Okay.
Right? So you say you don't know about tire size. So you learn about, you'll hear the word like, I'm running 28s, I'm running 30s, I'm running 32s. That's just basically is just the kind of the diameter across of the tire.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So most of the bikes, almost all the bikes right here, they're 700cc or 622 inches. So this is basically going to be the thickness. So if it's a 28, it's about this one, 32, 30, and then it's bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So for the longest time, if you go back in the days, guys are running like 19 millimeter tires.
Wow.
Things were skinny.
Right.
It's supposed to be faster, but it's a lot of pressure you have to put on them. So those bikes, they weren't comfortable. They're very bouncy.
Oh, okay.
So what people realize that over years and years of working with tire pressure, working with contact ratio, how much the tire touches the ground and all the different things, they realize that people went from 19s, the 23s, the 25, and now the gold standard now, everybody run 28s. Oh. So I can bet my bottom dollar, your tire probably is 28.
Will you tell me what it is after?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I get good chance it'll be 28.
Okay.
And then the size of your tire can also be affected by your rim. So in your rim, where the tire sits in, it's called the internal width. So it can be like 19, 21, 23, 25. So the bigger the internal width, the more your tire is spread and it's big, the bigger it is.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about like bigger tires, you can run them at lower pressure. So it's a lot more comfortable.
Oh. Okay.
So the higher the pressure in the tire, it becomes very bouncy. And it's like, you will feel the vibration in your body.
Right.
So now almost everybody that you know, most people run right now 20 millimeter. Like nobody buy 25s no more.
Right.
We only buy 25s because the bike can't clear the 25.
Right. Okay.
Can't clear 28. So the problem is if you have a rim brake, you're limited by the space in between here. So I can't put a 30 millimeter in this one. It will not take it because it's going to be too big. So 28 probably maximum. But when you're in a disc brake, you have endless possibility of running the width of your tire. So that's the cool thing about rim brake versus disc brake. Disc brake, you have much more tire clearance. Rim brake, you're limited.
Right.
So again, I bet you're running 28s. For the longest time, I was running 25s. I thought that was good. Then I tried 20s. I'm like, 28s are like amazing.
Right.
Now I try 30s. Oh my God. Even better.
Is the gray, is this one?
That's 30s.
That's 30, yeah.
Yeah,
that's a little thicker than mine.
That's 20s. 28s.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I have.
Yeah, I'm probably pretty much it's 28.
Yeah.
So you learn these different things about, you're going to get really nerdy about tire pressure, contact ratio, all these different things, but you're going to get there. And then the gold standard for tires right now is like GP 5000. Those are some of the best tires on the market. All my bikes have run GP 5000, Continentals.
Okay.
And you'll learn because they just grip the road better. They feel better. I mean, there's like Pirellis I heard are pretty good. There's the specialized turbo cotton, and you learn, Victoria Corsa, Pro, and all. You learn all these names.
I'm definitely in this like kind of rabbit hole. I think every cyclist goes through this.
It is a rabbit hole.
Yes, it is a rabbit hole, and I'm not quite have fallen deep into it yet. I'm in it, but
when you get your third bike, then
yes. I'm definitely in the rabbit hole though, and I'm trying to tell myself no more, don't buy anything else, no more. But it always
you can't fight the power, man.
Yeah, just accept it.
Just accept it, and you're gonna go from N+1, N+1, N+1 because it's just always something innocent like, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. It could be as simple as a decal. That would look so badass on my bike. And then you buy it.
Yep. Yeah. That's the way it goes. But anyway, you're in the right place, and I think you're doing the right things. And only thing now is gonna be time.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna be start probably because Tim gonna probably tell you need to race crits. Maybe you're gonna start racing your bikes.
Well, that's a requirement, I think.
No,
Isn't it like to race one
Yeah,
one a year?
Racing is up to you.
Yeah.
Racing is up to you. I don't think evolution say you have got to race because I'm in evolution and I've never raced.
And you said that you will never.
I'll never race a crate.
Okay.
I'll do rides and maybe like race the lake or some gravel, but they know I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. I mean, because if I fall, if I fall, I might be. I'm gonna break something.
Yeah, and it also depends on if that's your goal. If your goal is to race, or is it what's your motivation? Like, why are you riding? Are you riding because of health? Because you get to hang out with cool people? Because you want to race, right? It all depends on what your goal is. My goal is hang out with cool people. That is it. And go fast when I can.
Yeah. I think for me, it's a mixture of the community, and there is a little aspiration of mine to maybe race one day.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not there yet, obviously, because I'm still working on my strength and my endurance. But I think it'd be
awesome.
It would be awesome. I think we only live once, so try it. So maybe we'll see.
Well,
I am gonna host.
I'll change that saying. Okay, you say you only live once. No, you only die once.
Yeah, that's true.
But you live every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I learned to kind of switch things up a little bit.
Right.
You die once.
My mom used to say, you only live once, but you also only die once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your mom she knows what's up.
Yeah. So I was thinking about maybe in 2 years I can do the grit. What is it? The category 5?
You Cat 5?
Yeah. Maybe I can do that in 2 years.
Well, typically you start a novice / Cat 5 and then you work your way.
Yeah. So next July I want to host, because I have enough space. I want to host some writers because you can host. We talked about this. Yeah. So I want to host, and I think when you do that, you get a free ticket.
Look at this guy doing his.
So maybe in 2 years, I'll get a free ticket into Grit.
Doing his part already. So Grit, you guys know what Grit is. So when hosts mean that when cycles come to town, you basically put them up for free.
Yeah, and these are they only do that for like the top tier athletes. Like the A group or something, or the group one, the professionals. So I think it'd be kind of fun. I could learn a thing or two from these guys, and having them.
Maybe you could host Legion, or maybe host Roadhouse, or one of those top teams.
Yeah, I mean, I have a pretty big place, so I can host people. I think it'd be a great experience for me. So maybe in 2 years I can race. But I got to work on it.
2 years. We're going to get him racing in 2 years.
I'm dedicated. I really am. It's one of those things where usually when I pick up something like a hobby or anything, I kind of give up on it pretty early on, prematurely. But I think with this, I'm definitely.
I think you have enough people motivating you to push. And then earlier, I didn't forget this. Earlier, you mentioned you probably want to get a tarmac, a Specialized, right?
Yeah, because everybody has it. Yeah.
See?
Everybody, SLR,
SLR.
9.
You probably get a 9.
They're at 9 now. Yeah.
So that's why I was able to get the 8, because it said my price range now, because the 9 came out.
All right.
So the 8 become in my price range. So I bought the frame and I built the bike. I transfer all the groups from my Alice Sprint to this one. And so far, it's living.
But that's how they get you, though. Every year they release a new one, it's just like that's just.
It's actually not a bad bike, actually. It's not a bad bike.
I mean, I saw you riding it the other day, and you were pretty good with it.
Yeah, so. And then I have my Fuji. That bike is a tank, man. A little bit heavy, but when it starts moving, oof.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've seen those too.
When it's moving, man, it is moving.
Okay.
So but again, you have a. Probably in the next couple of weeks, you probably have your SL9, because I think I think you can afford it, right? There's no kids and all the different.
I don't have anything. I mean,
so you can do it. I have 5 kids, one in college, high school. No, so I
honestly I have like the best deal, because I bought my place like 6 years ago in the middle of COVID with a 2.3 interest rate, which is unheard of.
Still locked in.
Forever. 2.3. I have a roommate who pays me rent in my area. I can charge pretty good rent. And I have a parking spot in my alley that I brokered living next to the Wrigley Field,
Because you don't have a car.
I don't have a car. So I sold my spot essentially.
You don't want a car.
And he gives me $500 every month. So I have all this extra disposable income, but I'm being smart with it. I'm investing in my retirement. I'm doing
of course.
and then I ended up buying a bike, and I have the funds, so why not?
Yeah, I think you're doing things the right way, and I'm so happy I get to meet you, because when I saw you and then we started talking, I'm like, that's like this guy's attitude. Because at the time when he said to me, when things were going well and you felt like giving up, and you said, no, I want to learn. I'm going to stick around, and I'm like.
Well, it was actually that ride, that Thursday night ride, when Tim was, I know he's going to watch this, but when Tim was yelling at me, I kind of wanted to cry halfway into it. And actually, when I started just pulling back and I kind of, the group had started to leave me, I yelled at Tim, and I said, Tim, I'm going home. I said, I'm going home. I can't do this anymore. But he didn't hear me. And because he didn't hear me, I told myself, I rewired my brain and said, no, you have to keep going. You have to keep going. You have to learn. So I kept up and I rejoined the group. But if he had heard me, I would have gone home. And who knows? Maybe I would have just rode solo forever. And said, fuck that. I don't need to, be yelled at. But I'm glad he didn't hear me, because I'm here today with you and now in the Evolution team, because of that.
Yeah. But again, this is what it takes, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like when we were hanging out and we were being very candid, he said to me, I was like, I like your spirit. I like your attitude. It means you have grit. And I know you've been someplace. I'm like, I can respect that.
Yeah.
Because I've been yelled at by Tim. Don't take it personal.
Right.
it's just way Tim being Father Tim.
Yes.
And again, it's all in our best interest, because he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. And like I said, I at work, I can be a bit snappy, but it's for the benefit of them.
Right. Tough love.
Tough love. And that's how I am at work. So for for that to be, directed towards me, I was like, you can't be a hypocrite. Like, you have to, it's for the benefit of me. So I really don't mind it.
I like that. Yeah. So, all right, here's the tough part that's coming up now. I need to know what you're going to do, though, because this is not a rabbit hole you're going to go down. Winter's coming.
Oh. Yeah, no, I know.
What's your plan?
I saw Halloween stuff already at Target. I'm thinking, wow.
Yeah.
It's August now.
Yeah. So, winter time.
Mm-hmm.
So, option one, you can be like me in the beginning, in the beninging, where I went and I bought heated glove, heated sock, heated vest, and I biked outside.
Wow.
And I was putting on about like 25 pounds of clothing to go outside, to go bike at 18 miles an hour.
Right.
And it was fun. And, sometimes I've had my face got frozen. I came home and my Jamaican accent is way much thicker. And I was like, what do you say? I'm like, oh, like, I'm speaking.
Right.
My face is frozen.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mentioned this before, it happens. It's something called frozen tip.
All right.
Don't ever get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Think about it. It hurts when you get frozen tip.
Yeah.
So I decided, you know what, man, I was getting sick. I was having like a crazy cough for like 2-3 months. And I'm like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
So then I discovered indoor trainer.
Mm-hmm.
So again, do you want to do indoor trainer where it can become very boring for some people, or you can go outside if you can fight the cold and be tough. And
right.
I did it. I don't recommend it for anybody, because I was going to bike in 25 degrees weather. Windshield make you feel like it's like negative something. I used to do all that stuff with my friends.
Yeah.
I have the good shoes. I got all the clothing, and I'm like, no more. So winter's coming. So I think you should start thinking about getting a trainer and testing it out.
Yeah.
And with that said, you might need another bike for sure. Because as you can see, I have a bike that just sits on my trainer.
Yeah.
Never
comes off.
You just stay. And it's an amazing, that's one of my most favorite bike ever. Rim brake. It's a Pinetex. amazing. I mean, the bike is dope. Bike has won many sprints in Chicago,
Okay.
and it's fantastic.
Right.
So indoor trainer can be a little bit boring, but I advise if you want to stay fit for next season, put the work in.
Yeah.
And there's ways you can actually improve yourself and not get bored and do things. Is like for example, I use Zwift. There's different training thing you can use, train a rod or Ruvi, blah blah. I use Zwift because one, there's a social aspect to it.
Yeah.
For example, Evolution have a group on Zwift.
Oh.
So we can all meet on Zwift.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
So you join the club, and Tim says, hey, we're going to have a ride at 7:00 on Sunday morning. We all log in. We're also going to go to the group, and you will see each other's avatar.
Oh.
And now we're riding next to each other.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Now, I definitely need to buy it now.
Yeah. So, and then we can make it where nobody get drops. So I could be in 25 miles an hour. You do 18 miles an hour, and you will never get dropped because we can say we all stay together.
That's awesome.
And we can talk.
Right.
We can sometimes we do it with FaceTime. So I can see you where you are, and you can see me. Wow. We all FaceTime.
That's awesome.
Using I think we can use Discord to FaceTime. Because we have Discord already. We can FaceTime and call each other. We chat and hang out and see everything that's going on.
That's awesome.
So, and the cool thing about I don't work for Zwift, but it works for me, right? They have like different worlds. So you can go to, Alpe d'Huez. You can do France, Paris, New York, places in Japan.
Oh, wow.
And you get to see different terrain and different things.
Awesome.
And you just can explore. And each world have different courses. Like, Chicago got many different routes you can take.
Yeah.
The same thing too on Zwift.
That's awesome.
So, and you got, 8,000 feet of climbing. You got like 5-mile loop, 2-mile loop, flat loop, hilly loop, loop in London you can bike on, in Yorkshire.
Awesome.
So it keeps you engaged.
Right. Yeah.
So for me, to keep me engaged on everything, I've done over 6 hours sitting on a bike here. Just going.
Right. Yeah.
Will you make a difference for you later on?
Okay. Yeah.
So I highly recommend getting a trainer. Whether you're going to get a Zwift bike or Wahoo kicker, you're going to put your bike on it, take your bike off, whatever. But
yeah, I'm going to start looking for those online.
Highly recommend you in the wintertime to get one. And again, we can still bike together.
Yeah. See, I didn't know that part because I thought it was just me alone.
No.
But I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Because my plan was just to go to the gym and get on that stationary bikes, which I really like. It actually fits me pretty well. And I thought about just doing that during January and February.
March and April.
March and April. But I do have I bought the warmer tights and the warming, all of that.
Yeah,
so I think into October.
Degrees, 45 degrees.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. Below 40 for me.
Below 40.
No more fun.
No more. Yeah.
Again, I did that.
I agree.
I did all that stuff, man. You don't understand. We used to ride from here, go to Highland Park, and there's a Starbucks with an underground. We used to bike off your Starbucks and go on like about 2-story underground and hang out, but we're still cold, you know. And then we have to, you sweat, and the sweat get cold on your body, and then you have to basically go back on a ride home. It's like I got home, man. I'm telling you.
But also, like when you're in the cold, that your hand. I know you said you have warming gloves. Yeah. But your hand doesn't get stiff, and it becomes hard to shift because it's so cold.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think into October will be.
So I start looking in the market and stuff, and I mean, you can buy like a Zwift bike or a Wahoo bike that's just there dedicated for that.
Just for that, okay.
But if you want to get a trainer like that one and just put your bike on it, then you can put your bike on, take it off. You need an extra bike. But again, if you're gonna have more than one,
I'm gonna have to take a picture of that.
Might as well.
I can start looking for it. Too.
Yeah, might as well just do it. But Zwift is cool. You get to do, and you get to ride some of the courses that they ride in Tour de France.
Oh,
it's there.
Okay, that's awesome.
And then you can level up. So in the beginning of being on Zwift, you're gonna have like not the best equipment to bike with, but as the motivation is, the more you bike, you can level up, level 1, level 2, level 3.
Yeah.
And as you level up, you get access to new bikes and better bikes and lighter bikes.
Oh my!
Yeah, so it keeps you. Awesome. I think they do a fantastic job with Zwift.
And then I have to buy a fan, and then I have to buy a TV to put in front of me, and then
but then once you have these little things and it's set up, it pays for itself. Because in wintertime, again, I just sit here.
Yeah.
And the best part about my trainers, I always say, is like, my wife can never say I left home for 5-6 hours because I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm in the house.
Yeah.
I'm here
Yeah.
hanging out, and they can always, hey, I'm hanging out and all the different things.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's your little lesson about the trainer, and hopefully you get one. All right. So I'm trying to learn about you as much as possible. Do you have any hidden talents? Do you play an instrument?
It's not really. It's not. I would say it's not really a hidden talent, but I display it at work. I'm unusually good at Excel, Microsoft Excel.
Oh, really?
Yes. If you were to see some of the nested formulas that I have written for work purposes, it's pretty intense, and so intense that me and my boss, we were just playing around with LLM Suite, which is kind of like an AI, and we put one of my formulas into it, and it just came back and said too complicated, too complex for AI to understand.
Really?
So AI can't even read my formulas.
So do you code, or you just?
I know how to code, like Java, JavaScript. I know some Python as well. But also there's coding in Excel, like VBA macros. I know how to do that. I'm exploring how to use things like Power Query, which is a kind of a new thing Excel rolled out with, which is incredible. So I'm learning the coding behind that. But I would say, that I'm like a 1 out of 10. I would say I'm a 10. I could teach a course on how to use Excel in the finance world. There's a lot of things that you don't need, like little stupid charts. I don't care about that. Give me what I need for finance. I could teach a course on that.
All right, guys. So if you have any Excel questions,
yes,
that AI can answer. So complex, then you.
Well, I'm also like, it's more about like automation. You can do things in Excel at the push of a button without touching anything, and it'll just run. It'll do calculations. It'll do it. So I'm really good about creating that process so that there's no human intervention, and it does it 100% of the time correctly. And so I've rolled a lot of I've rolled out a lot of things at work, and that saves time and allows us to do things correctly 100% of the time. So why not?
Yeah. So I know a little bit. I know enough about Excel to survive and making charts, and I also use GraphPad a lot. And if you know, I do a lot of GraphPad.
Okay. So, yeah.
The simple stats and p-values.
Right. So when you asked me the question, any hidden talents, I was thinking a lot. I was thinking about it. I don't really have any, but that's definitely something.
And it's something you use in your career.
Yeah.
So
I just love it. I don't know what it is. It's just for me. It's just this big puzzle. It's just this big puzzle, and writing a formula, gathering the components in my head. I'm thinking about how they all come together to one final solution. To me, it's just like putting a puzzle together. So it really, 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 it's awesome. I love it.
Oh, awesome. So, okay, there's biking. You're in finance. What do you do outside of biking and finance? Like when you're like having some downtime, like what do you go? Do you go to the lake? What are you?
Yeah, I've been getting into going to the lake because I live right next to it. I live next to Wrigley Field, so getting to the lake is super easy. So I've been doing that. I love hanging out with my friends. I love working out at the gym, just lifting weights. So I do that often. But that's one of the reasons why my therapist said, you need something. You need a new hobby. You need something. Because I wasn't, I really didn't do too much outside of those three things that I just mentioned. So now that I have this, it really has complemented my life in the best ways possible. So.
Awesome. Do you cook?
No.
So she's like, no.
I know how to cook. I do know how to cook.
But Mama didn't teach you some of those old school?
My grandma taught me, and my mom taught me how to make a bunch of authentic Mexican plates. One of them I'm really good at, which I make for my friends sometimes, like once a year. It's called pozole, which is like a chicken hominy soup. So I love making that, and my mom has really focused on like making sure that I make it correctly. So I kind of mastered it already and have it memorized.
Then you put it in an Excel file. Okay, this is
I wish I could write code to go and make it for me, um, but yeah, I don't really cook. I eat out, which is probably not the healthiest.
Hey, Jay, do you? I'm just checking to see.
Yeah,
Because if I can invite you to come and cook some food or something.
I can cook though. I can cook. I know how to cook. And it's all Mexican food though. It's not really anything else. But
all right, we're gonna take you to get some Jamaican food.
yeah.
So
Well at work we have a potluck, and I'm thinking about making the pozole for that. And the potluck is in 2 weeks. And I really want to win it. And
Oh, it's a competition.
It's a competition, and I have won 3 potlucks. So I'm 3-0 in potlucks. When I make the pozole, I always win. So
okay, so that's a talent. He's a Pizzoli champ.
Yeah. So one day I'll make it for the evolution group.
Yeah, you should, and, man. You should. Maybe,
during the winter would be during the winter would be awesome to do it. And it's a whole like a very hearty soup. So yeah.
So have you ever traveled outside of the US?
Yeah,
I don't know Mexico, but
yeah. When I went to university, I started traveling because I got a full ride at A&M, but then I also received 11 other scholarships. So what they do is they pay the university, and if your tuition and room and all that is paid for, they don't keep the money. Mm-hmm. So they funnel that to your bank account. So I had all this influx of money coming into my bank, and I just kind of splurged with it, and I left. So I traveled all over the world during the summers in my college years, and I just got out. And I just got out of Texas, and I just went. But I think my favorite was Australia.
So you went to Australia. What other place have you been to?
I've been to Barcelona. I've been to Italy. I went to Hawaii. I've been to Argentina. Where else? All over Europe.
You need to go to Jamaica though.
Jamaica, yeah.
Go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
When you gonna go? Let me know so I can tell you where to go. Go to Portland, and I will. I got peoples.
Yeah. But I've never been to Africa, which I really want to go. I want to go to South Africa and get. You
can cut your 3-week vacation short and just do 2 weeks in a week, and then.
Yeah. But I'm actually eyeing Thailand next. That's definitely going to be Thailand and Vietnam. I think those two are going to be
nice
up next year, hopefully.
And now, if you go to those places, you have to take your bike. So before you go, you gotta scan the biking scene, because biking, I think, is a big thing in like Thailand and Philippines and all those places.
Yeah.
And so you gotta scan, because my rule is, if my bike can't go, I can't. I'm not.
How do you feel about traveling to places and then renting a bike?
Oh, that's fine too.
Yeah.
If you can scope it out before you go, and if you have a place aligned, set up to rent a bike, that's fine too, because then it cuts out the whole thing of you traveling with your bike and take it there, set it up and break it back down. And if it's like a week, I don't think it's even worth it.
Yeah.
I went to Miami in early this year, and I was about to take my bike, and I'm like, I'm gonna be here for like 3 days. I have to struggle to put the bike together. I'm like, you know what? Bring some friends up. Hey, I'm coming to town. I need to borrow a bike. I need a 58.
Yeah.
And they checked out and then they phoned me a bike to borrow.
Yeah. I think that's better. And that's one of the reasons why I don't cook, is because I don't have the patience to go and buy the ingredients, take it home, make it, eat it, clean up. There's just too much. So I think me traveling, I would rather just rent it instead of having to, decompose my bike and then assemble it and then all these others. No.
Yeah. So, but at least now you have it. You have it now, so you can use it, because biking is such a big thing now.
Yeah.
And you can just always research and find people.
And one of my goals now is, this is for the future, not anything now, but one of my friends that I follow on Instagram, he did an entire tour. He went all around Scotland on his bike, and he did it with his buddies. And I'm thinking, like, wow. And I loved all of his posts.
So if my wife was here and she heard you say the word Scotland, she would flip that shit out. It's one of her favorite places in the world. She has this thing for Scotland, which I'm not Scottish, I'm Jamaican.
It was just beautiful. All his posts were beautiful. I'm thinking,
like a nice backpacking trip.
I would love to do that. And he's invited, and he's a big cyclist, and he lives in Chicago too. And I've been chatting with him, and hopefully we'll go on a ride together soon. but he started his own group here in Chicago, and it's very
What's
exclusive.
the
It's
name?
his name.
Yeah.
His name is Val. He's from Belgium, but he started his own group
What's the name
here.
of the group?
I don't know the name of the group. But they have like the green jersey, and they have the 4 stars for the flag. It's the green jersey. I'm sure you've seen that somewhere, because he's got a good group. And those are the guys that he went up to Scotland with. So I think that'd be a dream to do.
Yeah, I need to find this because I know a lot of groups in Chicago, and then my goal for this year is to bike with as many groups as possible. So every week I go to a different group ride, fast, slow, whatever. But I've never heard of this guy's.
Yeah.
Green jersey.
I forgot the name of his group that he started, but he's been telling me about it. So hopefully I'll be able to.
I know there's the randoneers, and they do a lot of like for the guy from our group, Curran. He does a lot of like these ultra rides. It's like 250 miles.
Oh my god!
But I don't have the time. I mean, I've done 250 miles in a bike ride before, but I don't do it a lot because I don't have the time.
Yeah.
But I've done 250. I've ridden from here through Indiana all the way to Michigan and came back. 251 miles. And then my birthday, which is pretty cool this year, I rode up to Lake Geneva. I rode over in the lake and come back.
Wow.
I was like 170 something miles.
Wow.
That was so cool.
Wow.
Again, over time,
anything over 50 is just it's just
you have time. So now for you as a beginner, 30 to 40 miles. Keep it within that range.
Yeah.
And every now and then drop a 60 miler and then back off. It can be either group or it can either be by yourself, but you're 2 months in.
Yeah.
You got a lot.
Yeah. And when you said, when I first met you, you said it's going to take years for me to get to,
2 or 3 years. And that's like putting in the miles.
Every week, yes.
Like putting in the miles, learning about nutrition, all these different things, and just your body, train your body to get used to cycling. I mean, probably going to experience bonking. You heard that word before?
Yes, I heard about it.
Experience it where you're gonna, I've bonked twice before, but it's a rite of passage, unfortunately.
Right? Yeah. So I've been really thinking about nutrition lately, and there's a lot of science out there, and there's conflicting information, so it's kind of hard to believe. It's kind of hard to trust anything you read or hear.
So your approach, what I took, maybe work for you is you have all this stuff, and you have to basically figure out how to, reduce your signal to noise ratio, right? What works for somebody else might not work for you. So what you do is you kind of test little things here and there, and then when you find it work for you, then you stick to it.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I know I no longer do caffeine in my gels. No caffeine. I'm straight up just no caffeine goose. My Formula 369, maybe some sugar and some salt in my water bottle, and that's good enough for me.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I think the best part is after you finish a ride, you can eat whatever you want. And it's become a tradition now. When I finish a ride, there's this awesome Thai restaurant close to where I live. So I order, after my rides, I order a pad Thai. All those carbs with the noodles and the chicken, and it has everything you need. I think after a ride, which is carbs.
Refresh your muscles.
And it's like the best. It's the best thing. That's another reason for picking up cycling is you can eat whatever you want.
But don't eat too late.
Yeah.
You lose it. But cycling, I think you're in a good sport, and I hope for people who have made it this far can use you as an example of somebody who's just like, you're naive to the sport and what it brings, but you're willing to try, and you're willing to push yourself, you're willing to learn, and I think this is gonna separate you from many other people, because some people see it and they get intimidated, they want to give up, and all these different things, but you just have to show up.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, during COVID really screwed me up.
A lot of people
mentally.
Yeah, me too.
It really made a dent in my heart, and it took me many years to recover from COVID and the after effects of what it caused me in my mental health. So for me to have found this sport 2 months ago, it kind of came in at the perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
It was perfect timing. And it kind of gave me a purpose. It gave me a purpose to live, essentially, because I was so in the dumps after COVID, and I kind of still am. For me to have found this sport has really, it has saved my life. Like, I get teary eyed sometimes even thinking about it, because it gave me this tremendous purpose, and it saved me.
That's good. That's
It has really, really saved me. And, not to go into details of all of that, but that's what that means to me, is a life-saving moment for me to have walked into that Trek store and, gotten that bike. So,
man, it's not keep on saving your life, and we're gonna be here to support you on the journey. I mean, I'm here. You have my number. You can any little message, little small fixy things on your bike you have questions about. Just ring me up.
Okay.
And we're here for you. You have a question, just post in the group chat. Evolution. I guarantee that you have like 15 answers. Like, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this.
Right. And they're all going to be conflicting information.
So that exactly. So you have to take it and with a grain of salt and signal to noise ratio, and then figure out, okay, what exactly is going on. But and then you make it your own.
Yeah.
And then once you make it your own, it becomes the most amazing thing you'll ever experience, go through. And so far, you don't own any rim brake bike, which is good. You started off with disc brake, but that's another story, which you're going to learn. You see people disc brake and rim brake and all sorts of different things. But man, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, I've made so many connections so far in Chicago. Again, I thought I knew many people in Chicago in cycling, and I don't, because there's so many groups. So I think I sent you ChicagoGroupPrize.com to check out. I'll send you the link for the Veluminati, and if you read some of those comments, I sent you a link, but we'll show you. It's a funny thing that you have to check out and read the Veluminati rules, and they're just funny.
Oh, I see.
It's just made up stuff, but there's some truth to it a little bit, but we have to learn these different things.
Yeah.
And if you want to try a new group ride, there's ChicagoGroupPrize.com. Check it out. All the group rides are listed there. Yeah. And you find your people, find your niche, and just keep it going. Yeah.
I haven't gotten to that point where, I think you're one of the, folks that I really have connected with recently. But I have found that it's not the easiest to befriend somebody, I guess, because, you go on the ride and then you go home, so it's, unless
that's spiteful is awesome.
Yes, the spiteful and even the Sunday rides when they meet up at the coffee shop, it gives you a chance to actually speak with somebody.
Yes. Wednesday night ride also is a fantastic one. However, you're just not ready for that ride.
The Wednesday night,
that ride is way too fast.
But Evolution has one?
No, it's a CC Chicago.
Oh yes. That
ride is by the time we move like a mile or two, you can get dropped, because those guys.
Yeah, I thought about doing that group, but on the Monday night, that's a more no drop.
It's no drop, but it's still pretty.
It's still fast.
Still fast. Yeah. It's still way faster than Evolution. I think the spiteful Evolution, for now, I think the Thursday night ride is good for you, because it's really taking time to wait for people. And then the Sunday ride, you could pick your group. Yeah. That's a good one. Monday night ride, it's still a little bit too fast.
Yeah, I'm doing Monday nights. I've been doing the Specialized.
Even ride. That little too crazy too.
That one's nuts. Just because there's no structure, there's nothing. It's just all these young kids together, and then they just go boom.
Exactly. So I've done it before. This is my first time this year, and I'm probably it's unless you get up from a Specialized tour to get up to Shirt was like too much, but it's fantastic what they're doing to have a ride in that location, but. And then once you hit the cemetery and they start going fast and everything, and then they're like,
that's where the leader crashed 2 months ago. The leader of that ride had a wipeout. I didn't quite see it because I was towards the back per usual, but
I was there about 2.5, 3 months ago, because I wanted to try a new ride, Monday night ride, and I went.
You probably smoked them, didn't you?
Because I didn't know what a group ride was at that point, so they all took off. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just chilling. But then once I figured out who was the big hitter, then there's a sprint from like Bahai to Plaza.
Yeah,
and I'm like, all right, now let's go. And then there's a guy who always ride really fast on the bike path, and filmed it. And if you know the guy I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
a tempo.
yeah. So that guy, I'm like, oh, so you're the big dog here. So then I had to show him what's up from Lake to Plaza. And I'm like, do you have a video? He's like, oh, I was recording. I'm like, are you serious? The one time.
I've actually appeared in a handful of videos of his. I mean, like in the background.
Yeah,
because gotcha. I do his ride on Monday. But
so if you can do that ride,
yeah, I can do that one.
You probably could do the money.
I can do that one.
Could do the money that ride.
Yeah,
but it's just like they get a little bit out of control sometimes, and then from going up Sheridan, then a rotation pace line might be a bit too fast.
Because in that ride, in the website, it says, you know, that ride is perfect for beginners, or I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but then again, some days it can be. Adam Peroni, he's the one that leads that one. I think the Monday ride is I think it's a fantastic ride. You should try it. Mm-hmm. You should definitely try it.
Yeah.
But you'll see that there's some places it's gonna get pretty spicy.
Oh.
But you have to get dropped to learn sometimes. But try it. I think it's a good start. It's a good start.
Okay.
And they meet right a mile 0.4 from here.
At the Hexy Coffee.
No. That's the Monday.
Oh, that's another one.
They meet at Dunkin' Donuts at Lincoln in California, which is literally a mile 0.4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
That's a good one.
I have to train myself to not be butthurt when I get dropped.
No,
I haven't been completely dropped.
It's a rite of passage. it's a rite of passage, but you will get there. And I think there's so much you can learn, man. Oh my God. The other thing. So your chain, are you waxing your chain, or do you use grease? Or you don't even know?
So because it's brand new, they said you don't have to do that until like November.
So maybe they wax, the chain is wax. I'll check.
Yeah.
So it's a new thing, people just use wax. They don't use any grease in their chains anymore.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So
I'll so then you have to buy all this different stuff to heat, melt the wax, clean the chain off, put it in the wax.
Because when I bought it, they said, come back after 30 hours, which I already did. And they did some maintenance on it. And then in November, they gave me a full tune-up for free. They gave me 3 tune-ups.
Oh, wow.
So in November, I'm going to take it and then just kind of lay it to rest until the springtime. But
good stuff.
I need to educate myself on more about bike maintenance and things like that.
You're in the beginning. You have a lot of things.
Or I'll just buy a new bike.
Exactly. When everything is just buy a new bike. You have a power meter on your bike. There's a power meter on your bike.
A what?
Power meter.
No.
That tells you how much power you're putting out, your cadence.
No.
You have a bike computer?
No. I'm not there yet.
You don't have a computer on your bike that tells you you use your phone, or do you record?
I don't use anything. I'm not I don't know that I ever will.
No, you will. Sorry, you will.
Like I said, I'm in a rabbit hole, but I'm not that.
So how do you record your ride when your bike rides? I
don't record it. I just go.
He's breaking the rules now.
No, I just go. I just go.
So you don't know what speed you're going at. You know nothing.
No. And part of me tells me is like, dude, you don't have to know.
Yes,
just go.
You have to know. Sorry. Okay. We'll talk off.
Yeah.
But you have to know. So power meter, bike computer. You don't have Strava.
I don't have
Strava. Oh Lord. Mind you absolutely 100% can live without these things.
Right.
But it will make riding fun. For example, there's like different places in Chicago of like people make segments. So from point A to point B, right? And then what it has this thing where it tells you how fast you go from point A to point B.
Sure.
Then it ranks you and tells you out of all the 2,000 people that rise in it from that stretch, what number are you? 100? Are you number 5? Are you number 10? Are you number 1? And if you're number 1, you get a com. It's called King of the Mountain. And that you'd be like, oh yeah, King of the Mountain. But again,
wow,
it really means nothing, but it helps you to kind of motivate you, see how you improve. Because what happened, it'll tell you, okay, this week I went at 18 miles an hour.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and then a couple of weeks ago, oh, I went 21 miles an hour. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
No, I did 23 miles an hour. Then I did 25 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did 20 miles an hour. It's like, okay, you can see, it helps you to gauge your improvement.
Right. Okay.
And so
it's
you know
a form of challenging yourself.
And you don't have a heart rate monitor either. You don't write a heart rate monitor.
No.
I'm happy we're having these conversations because the rabbit hole is about to
suck me in.
It's about to get sucked in.
Yeah.
Yes. So all these different things, or at least when you go on a bike ride, you can use your phone. For now, you can use your phone and just record your distance and maybe some app of some sort.
Okay.
And it'll tell you, and you can look to see where you're at and everything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And see how your speed improves over time and all these different things.
I know that once I get it, I'm gonna love it, and I'm gonna think to myself, how did I go so long without?
One of my big thing was like I told myself about 3 years ago, I will never get electronic shifting.
Right.
It's stupid. I can still shift my gears with my blah blah.
Yeah.
I got DI2.
Yeah. Yeah.
My life changed.
Yeah. I know. I know how that is.
So yeah. Oh, I thought you had my computer. All right, I'll show you what I have. And
And oh, is that?
Yeah. Garmin. You can do Garmin. You can do Wahoo. You can do all these other different things.
Yeah.
And see how it works. That's
this is the most expensive hobby I've ever.
It is expensive.
It is expensive.
But once you get everything set up, it pays for itself.
Yeah.
And it will make your life a lot easier.
That's cool. I didn't know that you could kind of challenge other people on that.
Oh yeah. Okay. And it's segment, right. And it makes it fun. Like, oh, I went this fast.
Are you king on the mountain somewhere?
I get many king on the mountain.
Oh wow!
Or I'm ranked in top 10 in many segments in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you're the real deal. That's awesome.
Yeah. I've been putting in the work, and
Wow,
it's fun. All right. Well, I think we covered a lot. We learned about you. Anything that you want to leave us with as we wrap up?
No, I just want to say that if you're watching this video and you've been thinking about it, just do it. Once you get into it, it kind of sucks you in, like we've been talking about. And it's just a great thing for me. It's saved my life, so why not? So I just wanted to thank everybody and thank Evolution. Thank you for teaching me all these things. And, I'm always willing to learn. So see you on the road.
I like that. See you on the road, guys. Izzy is here. He's here to stay. And if you try to leave, we're going to reel him right back in.
Yeah.
I think he's in a good place. And I can tell that's why I'm talking to him, that I could feel his energy stabilize in a good way when he talks about cycling, where he was. I can sense it. If you're here, you can sense it. I'm very happy that you're found cycling. And if you guys ever see him out there, he has a Trek Madone and he has lights in his spokes.
Yeah.
So it's easy to find. He's the one guy at the Trek Madone that he lights up his spoke with these really bright lights. It's hard to
probably miss. Not very aerodynamic, but yeah, it looks cool.
It looks cool. And you'll see him and you'll see him like, oh, that's the guy. There he is. He's here, guys. Let's treat him as family. And we're going to treat each as family, keep on being good to each other. He's in a network, and I think he's one of the reasons, again, why Chicago is a beautiful place to bike and to be in. New to biking, old to biking. We're all here. We make this thing work, guys. So let's continue to be nice to each other. And as we end, guys, keep the miles and smiles going until we meet again. One love.